This is One on One.
We're talking to United States Senator Chuck Schumer. The senator has just toured, and there's a group of people here at the ICP Museum. This exhibit, Then They Came for Me, Incarceration of Japanese Americans During World War II. Senator, you saw this first in Chicago, this exhibit. What moved you so much, and why are you so moved again today?
Well, first, these are fine people, immigrants, children, grandchildren of immigrants. They looked a little different, maybe had different last names, but they were as American as any one of us. And yet, during a very dark period of our history, we took them out of their homes, out of their jobs, out of their schools, out of their livelihoods, and put them in camps. That's right. And the pictures are so moving because, you know, to use the cliche, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You can read about it, but seeing the pictures of these young people, that picture that I saw in Chicago.
Yeah, that one. I saw you paying attention to that, Senator, on that train.
Because it's all these fine people being put in cars, railroad cars, to be moved to camps. It just brings home what we were doing. And, you know, with what's happening right now with the Dreamers and with immigration and that certain wing of politicians led by President Trump tend to want to make immigrants, want to make immigrants as scapegoats and people who look different and might have different last names. That's a dark, dark side of America that when you see pictures like this, it makes you want to fight it with every atom of your being, and that's how I feel.
You know, to put things in perspective, we're talking about 120 Americans. 120,000, thank you, Senator, Americans, Japanese Americans, taken from their homes, taken from their businesses, and for several years, and then, Senator, when they came back, what was there for them? And by the way, after Pearl Harbor, this is when it started. Yeah. When they came back, what was there?
Well, their jobs were gone, their livelihoods were gone, their structures were gone. But these, like almost every immigrant, were resilient people, and they came back and became good Americans once again. And when you read about them and talk to them, some are bitter, but most just have moved forward with their lives, glad to be part of America once again.
So, Senator, for those who say, you know, it's for national security, that's what we did then in the 40s, and we need to do that again now with a different group of people, what do you say to those folks?
Let's make no mistake about it. In both cases, and particularly now, that's a total excuse. These are some of the Dreamers and the immigrants that we have in America are by and large some of the finest people that we have. They work hard. They just want to be part of the American dream. And that is what's made America great, whether it was in the 40s or today, or way back when, you know, in 1892, sure, when my ancestors came here. My middle name is Ellis Island. My daughter's middle name is Emma, named by my wife and I for Emma Lazarus, the poet who wrote Give Me Your Tire on the Statue of Liberty. So I have believed in immigration my whole life, I think both for humane reasons, but for economic reasons. Right. And what they're doing now is just so un-American, it curdles your stomach.
By the way, you see the senator talking to other people here. There is a large group of people gathered here at the ICP Museum, and these photographs, and you'll see it throughout the segment we're doing here, they're extraordinary. Some great artists, great photographers.
One of them.
Why does that stand out, though?
What do you mean? Well, there's an artist named Mr. Miyataka. He was a photographer. Now, they didn't allow pictures in the camps because they were ashamed.
They didn't want anyone to see it.
They didn't want anyone to see it.
The federal government, you mean?
That's correct. But he took those pictures, and a good number of them are here. So are pictures by Ansel Adams and some of the other great photographers. So it's a beautiful photography exhibit, but the meaning is deeper than that.
So for those, and by the way, for our public television audience and others who are watching this interview with Senator Schumer, who are getting a sense of these pictures, what is the biggest lesson that you, and more importantly, Senator, because you already got the lesson, that other Americans who may not even see this exhibit but want to know about it, what should they take away from this?
What they should take away, number one, is how important we are as a melting pot of people of all different backgrounds, all different places, religions, races, creeds, colors, come to America and want to be Americans and are great Americans. Second, that when people use them as scapegoats, as political footballs, we have to fight back and fight back and fight back, because America can We are still a country where if you fight back and appeal to the better angels of our nature, we can succeed.
So finally, Senator, by the way, I want to thank you for joining us. And the Senator will be joining my colleague, Raphael Piermont, in another segment down the road to talk, if you will, the issues like the Gateway Tunnel and let's call it the drama going on in Washington. That's another conversation.
That's a different issue.
But the final question is this. For those Americans who say, we need to protect ourselves from, quote, them, your final message to those folks?
Them is us. Those people are us, whether it's Irish immigrants who were discriminated against 150
My family,
years
Italians
ago,
from Naples.
Italians or Jews or Poles, Hispanics now, Asians now. America wins when we are united, when we welcome people from abroad. And you know, every immigrant is special. Could have had no money, no education, but they had the gumption, the desire to say, I want to make a better life for myself. I'm going to risk sometimes crossing deserts or oceans. I am going to settle in a whole new country because I want to make a better life for me and my children. Every immigrant's special.
In fact, the name, Then They Came For Me, is so appropriate given what Senator Schumer just said. So, Senator, I want to thank you and the crowd that has gathered here at the ICP Museum. We don't normally
tell them where it is.
Yeah, by the way, the I want to make sure everyone knows.
Please, everyone knows so you can come.
250 Bowery, New York, Lower Manhattan. It is extraordinary. It's a powerful exhibit. The Senator saw it first in Chicago. It's so thrilling that it's here in New York. Make it your business to come check it out. One more time, I want to thank you, Senator.
You.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank everyone here as well.
Thank you, everybody.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by RWJ Barnabas Health, Berkeley College, the New Jersey Education Association, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, the law firm of Gibbons PC, NJ Best, and by Adler Aphasia Center. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.